morning, everybody. Good morning. How you doing? On to the next one. On to the next one.
Other participating organizations include the UJA, the American Jewish Committee, the New Jersey Israel Commission. This takes place tonight, starting at 7:30. Well, today is arraignment day for the man accused in the death of NYPD officer Jonathan Diller. Authorities say 34-year-old Guy Rivera shot Diller during a traffic stop in March in Far Rockaway and also tried to fire at Diller's partner, but the gun jammed. He's charged with murder, attempted murder, and weapons possession. If convicted, he faces life behind bars. New York City Council member Shaker Krishnan hosting a series of welcome lunches in Queens for asylum seekers arriving here in the city. These are being called
Good morning. How you doing? Good morning.
Empowerment. Krishnan
Yeah.
1010 wins about
Alfred
30 people
Cruz,
were the
what's
first
up?
one.
Good morning,
Also
number one,
generated
Alfred
about
Cruz.
$3,000 in community
Number
donations
one.
to support the program going
Good
forward.
morning, Sally Scapio. Good morning. I'm in my baby's school.
We also saw how
Just
coming
drop off
together
the baby.
for a meal,
On the way to the
conversation, being with
on
each
the way to
other,
the, onto the next one.
spending
Just
time
drop off the
together,
baby.
brought so much joy to them, to all of us who are part of it.
The next asylum seeker luncheon to be held at 12:30 this
On to the
afternoon at the
next
Queens
one,
Bar
on to the
restaurant
next
in Jackson Heights. 1010 wins sports. High drama last night at the Garden for Game 1 between the Knicks and Pacers.
Yeah, Susan, the home team was down 9 points early fourth quarter, and for a franchise that's never won a series when losing Game 1 at the Garden, it was desperation time. So enter Jalen Brunson, who scored 21 of his game-high 43 points the final 10 minutes and change.
I'm not going thinking I need to score 40. That's not my mindset at all. My mindset is to be aggressive and to make plays for myself and for others.
Which he did, picking up the assist on Dante DiVincenzo's tie-breaking three with under 40 seconds left.
Yeah.
Tom Thibodeau saw his MVP become the
Yeah,
first
my
player in
dear.
postseason history with 40 points or more and 5 or more assists in 4 straight games.
They're not like empty stats. They're stats that are impacting winning.
And the Knicks did 121 to 117.
They closed the gate.
8:26.
8:26, they closed the gate.
Now Bloomberg Money Watch and Steve
School
Poker.
gate is closed.
The latest quarter didn't look that bad as Disney topped profit forecasts thanks to sharply narrower losses from its streaming TV business and higher ticket prices at theme parks. But Disney shares are down pre-market after the company reported subscribers for its Disney Plus streaming service were lower than analysts expected, and a profit outlook for the year also came up.
I'm on the way home.
Now,
Come
Instacart
downstairs,
is
take
teaming
the
up with
stroller.
Uber as they look to take on DoorDash
Yes,
for
you
leaner
soon. I'll call you from
delivery
downstairs.
restaurant meals. Instacart users will be able to order from hundreds of thousands of restaurants using an Uber Eats interface that will become available within the Instacart app sometime in the coming weeks. Orders will be fulfilled by Uber couriers, while grocery delivery will remain separate and operated by Instacart.
Yep.
On Wall Street, S&P futures are
Hot chili
positive,
pepper.
about 2 points now. Nasdaq in the red, 27.
Yep.
The Dow futures are in the plus column now by 20
Hot chili
points.
pepper.
Bloomberg Money Watch at 26 and 56 past every hour. I'm Steve Otis for 1010 Wins and 92.3 FM.
New York Presbyterian gives you the healthcare choices you want, like over 450 locations in Manhattan, Brooklyn, Queens, and Westchester.
Manhattan, Brooklyn, Queens. What are you talking about?
World-class doctors from
5 borough,
Columbia,
Manhattan,
Medicine.
Staten Island, Queens, Brooklyn.
Experience extraordinary healthcare when and where you need it. Stay amazing.
5 borough, Bronx, Brooklyn, Manhattan, Staten Island,
I know
Brooklyn,
firsthand, the road to success is an uphill climb.
Queens,
Uline
Staten
started in the
Island.
family basement, and through hard work is now North America's most trusted shipping and industrial supplier.
This is the bus.
They get what it means to have the support of reliable, hard-working partners. So they keep 41,000 items ready to ship. Whether your company is still in a basement office or expanding cross-country, Uline will be there on your road to success.
What's going on? Okay, okay, Fadila. Okay, Fadila.
For you, if you're planning a
That's
home
some name,
improvement
okay,
project, now that
Alfred
we're into the warmer
Cruz.
weather. First, let me
Dear
ask you,
love, Sally
do you
Scott.
want it cheaply or
Good to see you.
affordably?
Dr. Ray, good morning, good morning. On to the next one. Just drop off my baby Aya. Just drop her off in school. We're gonna go now. On to the next one. On to the next one. On to the next one. A lot of yellow buses here. Yep. Chelsea neighborhood. New York City, 5 boroughs. Brooklyn, Queens, Manhattan, Staten Island, Bronx. Right? Yep. Delivery. Good morning, everybody, everyone, and everybody. Good morning. You been in the Met Gala yesterday? You see Cardi B dress? Cardi B dress. Let me go. Oh, you wanna go? Yep. He wants to take. Yep. Delivery. Yep. Who's in the building? Yep. Sally Scorpio. When you going to the supermarket? Yeah, I need to call to see what is the balance on my EBT. I tried to buy food yesterday, got declined. I don't know why. Let me call and see my balance. My EBT balance declined. I had to pay cash, $50. You're lucky, pantry around your building. Where you live, Sally? Which neighbor? You live in New York?
On all service to and from Penn Station due to a rail accident investigation there. And if you're heading over to New Jersey, we've got southbound 287 at exit 13 in Bridgewater with a broken down truck. This poor guy is blocking 2 center lanes. And we've got this motorcycle accident causing heavy traffic on 17 north near Franklin Avenue in West Plains. The right and centers are blocked with this motorcycle crash that we've got going on. Over the Hudson Rivers, we check what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. The inbound George is an hour 15 to the upper. 45 to the lower. The Route 4 approach is the best with a 25 to 30 minute wait. The inbound Lincoln is 45 and the inbound Holland tunnel has been a 50-minute wait. Traffic is sponsored by the Barnstone Traffic Tip Line, which is 844-JAM-1010. Please give it a call and let us know where you're stuck. From the Farmers Dog Traffic Center, fresh human-grade dog food delivered right to your door. I'm Karen Stewart, 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM.
I'm attorney Rich Barnes. If you've been in a car crash, choosing the right firm is crucial to get the help you need and the best result possible. Very
Don't leave me this way, baby.
Friend Thelma Houston, meteorologist.
Don't leave me that way, baby.
I won't say her age because then I'll get a text.
Thelma Houston.
I'm not a good
Don't leave me that way.
No. Can't do that faux pas, my friend. I'll tell you what, today's weather's certainly not a faux pas by any means. No, this is an absolute.
Don't leave me that way, baby.
Prevailed out, and it's going to get nice and warm this afternoon with low humidity and temperatures
Nice and warm, 80 degrees.
Well, enjoy that because we'll freeze tonight. And there's
Yep.
conditions right now out of the Midwest, and they'll die as they come eastward, but there'll be a couple of showers and maybe a thunderstorm from the late tonight or 60. Behind them, clouds and maybe a shower or thunderstorm first thing tomorrow. Give way to some sunshine. It'll be a warm day with a high of 79. Thursday, cloudy, some showers from late morning on, and maybe a thunderstorm to high near 70. Even too on Friday with cloudy and a shower with a high of 62. Now the allergy alert forecast sponsored by ENT and Allergy Associates. Your nose, throat, and allergy care close to home. Yellow today is fine. Birch, maple, oak, the predominant pollen. Sunny and 53 now in Central Park, and 80 in Midtown. Our meteorologist Joe Lundberg on New York's weather station. 10 winds on 92.3 FM. Download the free Upside app to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code GIFT for an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first fill. That's promo code GIFT. When's news time 8:35? You know, people have wondered for years, why isn't there a tunnel between Long Island and Connecticut? Well, maybe what they need to move things along is a worldwide soccer tournament. See, word from across the pond says the 2030 FIFA World Cup is accelerating plans for a tunnel connecting Spain and Morocco. In fact, officials are saying work is already underway to figure out the financing. If a tunnel is built, it's likely to be for a high-speed rail.
I started Iowa.
13 million passengers a year. Speaking of high-speed travel, Boeing scrapped last night's rocket launch because of a valve problem. The Atlas V supposed to carry the long-delayed Starliner into orbit for its first pilot launch to the International Space Station.
The two NASA test pilots, Chris Wilmore and Sonny Williams, had just strapped into Boeing's Starliner capsule when the countdown was halted just 2 hours before the planned liftoff. NASA test pilot Nicole Mann.
Spaceflight, and that's the way things go. There's a lot
Later.
to launching humans safely from the planet.
There was no immediate word on when the team would try again to launch the test pilots to the International Space Station for a week-long stay. I'm on the call.
Hey, you want people who need to put sriracha on everything? Put that on everything. Put that on everything.
Opportunity.
Put that on everything.
Do you have opportunity?
Song is mesmerizing. Listen, if you're one of those people, you might want to start stocking up because it looks like there's another sriracha shortage ahead.
We Fong Foods, the company that makes sriracha famous with the green cap and the rooster on the bottle, said in a letter to wholesalers that it stopped production until after Labor Day. And it's blaming the color of the jalapeno chili peppers used in the recipe, saying that the supply they have isn't red enough. The company says it expects to start production again in the fall.
Jalapeno. Do you have jalapeno?
That's correspondent Shannon Clark. You'll never believe who's getting a Lifetime Achievement Award at the Daytime Emmys in June. Is it Shamar Moore, Meg Ryan, Morgan Freeman, or
Jalapeno. Do you like jalapeno? Jalapeno is very spicy.
For only $3. It's the kind of big meal that'll make you feel like a big deal. A big shot, a BIP. That's big important person. You could be top dog with a hot dog. A big weed with a big dog. Stop by 7-Eleven and grab a big meal deal for only $3 with 7 rewards. But don't get a big head. Valid through 1/7/25. 7-Eleven has the right to end this promotion early. All rights reserved. Plus tax. Participating U.S. stores only. See app for full terms. Without the ones like you, who work tirelessly to keep things running, everything would suddenly stop. Hospitals, factories, schools, and power plants, they all depend on you. No matter the weather, emergency, or time of day, you're the ones who get it done. At Granger, we're here for you with professional-grade industrial supplies. Count on real-time product availability and fast delivery. Call clickgranger.com or just stop by. Granger.
Ranger Stranger.
Thanks for calling.
Do you know Ranger Stranger?
Hey, Gabby. It's Jennifer Coolidge. Hi. I'm so glad I reached you at 2 a.m. Oh, of course. Anyone with a Discover card can call and talk to a real person 24/7. No, how can I help?
Now, I used my Discover card to buy these yellow plaid pajamas.
Do you know Ranger Stranger?
I'm pulling them off.
24/7 U.S.-based customer service.
Yep. Who's in the building? Is anybody in the building? 17 million people in the building. Dave E., how was your birthday, Dave E.? Nice day today. Good morning, Dave E. You chilling?
Nope, I still don't know who she is. This year's other honorees are a couple of soap opera
Dave E. is
icons.
chilling.
Young and the wrestling actor, Melody Thomas Scott. Old and the beautiful producer, Eddie Scott. Got a couple Scotts going in with her. When due time,
Dave E. is chilling. Chilling.
Gary, did you live, work, or go to
Dave
school?
E. is in the building, chilling. Chilling.
You may be eligible for a cash award from the 9/11 Compensation Fund, as well as free. That's right, I said maybe free health care for life. Our friends at Barrett and McGarry want to help you see if you qualify. Most people think the benefits are for first responders only. We told you that's simply not the case. Nearly 500,000 people were exposed to the deadly 9/11 toxins on the day of the attack, right through May 2002. That's about 300,000 office workers, 50,000 students, 25,000 downtown residents, all exposed. 69 cases linked to those 9/11 toxins. Barrett and McGarry have already recovered over $3 billion from 9/11 victims.
Head to your pickup on 6th Ave. Turn left on 7th Avenue.
Free health care for life. Just go to 911awards.com. That's 911awards with an F.com. Barrett and McGarry, lawyers for the 9/11 community. My friends,
Bobby
the deadline
Cust.
to enter to win $10,000 for your small
Yep,
business.
Ride Like a Queen. Do you know the song Ride Like a Queen? I wish I can play it, but copyright no allow. Ride Like a Queen.
10-10 wins at 92.3 FM. You give us 22 minutes, we'll give you...
Yo, Matt, I'm on the way, Matt.
Good
I'll see
morning.
you
We've
soon.
got 65 degrees, sunny skies at 8:40 on a Tuesday.
Yo, Matt, take it easy.
I'm Scott Stanford. Here's what's happening. Hamas says they've agreed to a ceasefire deal, but
Pickup
Israel
updated.
says nope, that proposal was far from their requirements. The IDF going after Hamas targets in Rafah today. 2 separate shootings in Harlem yesterday, leaving 3 people in the hospital, 1 victim shot in the face while sitting on a bench. A brave woman tried to help another woman who was being beaten on a Brooklyn train. A good Samaritan assaulted as well. The attacker...
Ride Like a Queen.
The city opened its portal yesterday for New York restaurants to start buying the items needed for their outdoor dining setups. Hey, you ready for the Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl? The Dog Box, one of your new sponsors for the college ball season. Checking sports, the Garden is back.
Ride Like a Queen. It's a good song. Ride Like a Queen.
Round 2 against the Pacers. Mets beat the Cardinals last night. Happy weather, gorgeous sunshine, high around 80 degrees.
Yep, sunshine. Are you my sunshine?
The road to Karen Stewart.
We are jammed on the inbound one expressway from Dyker Heights at around the 80s.
Yeah, Dyken Heights.
To avoid it,
Ride Like a Queen.
that's an section of the North Expressway. Or you try to report down. You have one very heavy. It will continue again from 20th Street.
Whee!
Over there, and then as you go has still got an accident there. So that's just going off. Westbound LIE delayed, so that's the Cross Island Parkway. And here in town, eastbound 57th Street between and Broadway, avoided. All lanes are blocked. Tractor trailer and NYPD vehicle accident from several hours back. Now it's just eastbound, so also just westbound has been reopened. In New Jersey, right now, 17 of Franklin Avenue. Block there, with 17, very messy. The area mass transit. However, a lot of customers expect delays, diversions, and cancellations now. I'm still in tune from Penn Station, and that's due to a rail investigation going on. For news report is over to work at the Farmers Dog Traffic Center. Fresh and Bird Dog is delivered by 2-door, and Barrett Stewart is delivered on 92.3 FM.
An Israeli tanker gate reportedly seized some
Ride like a wave. Yep.
Still, it says it will send negotiators back to Egypt.
Mabi Kashta.
That's correspondent Pam Wynn. A display of nearly 500
Mighty Bull. Welcome, Mighty Bull. Okay, Fadila. Okay.
It's called Rights for Liberty. While down below, celebrated
Ride like a bull. Ride like a bull.
still being held up.
Okay.
Wherever you are in America, if you open social media or TV, you'll be able to see this show in the skies of America.
The event starts at 7:30. The drone show kicks off at 8:30. And it wasn't just celebrities and fashion icons turning heads at the Met Gala last night. Several arrests were made. Protesters from Hunter College and other
Martin
Jewish
LaVille.
schools converged on the event.
Yep. It's for Matt.
Head to your drop off at 375 Park Ave.
375 Park Avenue.
Yes, thank you.
Welcome. Okay, let's go. On to the next one. On to the next one. On to the next one.
Palestinian demonstrations last week. A deadly stabbing is under investigation at a bodega on Queens Boulevard at Regal Park.
Police tape surrounding the building here, and police continue to guard the front of this mini mart on Queens Boulevard and 64th Road. The fight between an employee of the bodega and a customer, leading to that employee apparently taking out a knife and stabbing that man in his 20s to death. The customer dying at Elmhurst Hospital. Now, this woman was passing by the area, and this was happening at 12:30 this morning, and tried to help.
Put my hand on his chest, trying to pray, like, to stop the bleeding. I sent his pulse. And then at that point, we called him, and I told him coming, so I started waving my hand waving for us to pull in.
The identity of the man who's dead has not yet been released. Now, as for the employee involved here, he's being questioned by police right now. He has been all night. They haven't learned of any charges as of now. Glenn Shuck, 1010 minutes.
File this one under the no good deed goes unpunished. And one woman found that out the hard way over the weekend on a Q train. Police say she stepped in when she saw this guy attacking another woman on the train at Hillwell Avenue station. She told the guy to stop. Well, he started unloading on her with punches and kicks to the stomach. The attacker, 68-year-old Michael Cross, lands for fall into the car before officers ran him down. He was arrested on assault and other charges. He received medical attention at the scene. The city transportation department launched an online marketplace to make it easier for restaurants to build their outdoor dining setups under the new rules. This build is a one-stop shop for restaurant owners to connect with vendors who are offering components like roofing and lighting, plus services like design, construction, and storage. Restaurants can apply for an outdoor dining license under the new permanent program until August 3rd. And those with sheds left over from the temporary program have until November to replace them or take them down. Well, you might call this an uplifting story about Battery Park. Mayor Adams announced yesterday that as part of the city's waterfront resiliency efforts, the iconic waterfront there is going to be elevated by a full 5 feet.
Well, things out there for right. The project is expected to be completed in 2026.
Adams says no one's forgotten the devastation of Hurricane Sandy. Every day the city is in a race against the next superstorm. Well, calling it an obnoxious move, Elon Musk says fellow billionaire Warren Buffett Elon Musk says fellow billionaire Warren Buffett should sell his stock in Apple and use the money to buy Tesla. But analysts don't think it's going to happen. They point out that Buffett has said in the past that investing in the auto industry is too costly and too risky because of all the competition around the world. Wins News Time, 8:48. I know what you're thinking this morning, my friends. How can I state your name. How can I get a look at the world's largest collection of fossilized feces? In scientific terms, we're talking about dinosaur poop, of course. And there's a song for that. Yeah, this new place is called the Museum. Rhymes with museum, just change out the move for the poo, and it's set to open soon in Williams, Arizona. Hey, it's all free, and the museum will showcase dino poop. Yeah, dino poop. Better known as paleontologists call it coprolite. Sounds like a sports strike. The museum is set to open at 8 a.m. on May 18th. Let's see who camps out overnight for the grand opening of this puppy. I wonder what Barney would think about all this. Yeah, I figured you'd call it stupendous. When's news time 8:50? Get you back out to the road. See how stupendous they are. Give me a minute.
It seems like just yesterday when I captured my son's first steps, or when we recorded his soccer games on VHS tape. Those moments are gone. But the old home movies and pictures don't need to be. That's why my son created Legacy Box.
That's right, Mom. Over 1 million families have used Legacy Box to digitally preserve their old home movies and photos.
Simply fill Legacy Box with your old camcorder tape, film, and photos. They will professionally digitize and send them back on DVD.
Perfect time to use your Legacy to give your mom a Mother's Day present she'll never forget. Legacy Box is offering a 60% discount. Order yours today and take advantage of our best Mother's Day sale ever. Visit will become cloudy, and we do expect a couple of showers and a thunderstorm to move in late tonight with an overnight low closer to 60. Tomorrow we start with the shower and thunderstorm, then clouds break for some sunshine pretty quickly, and the afternoon hours upper 70s to near 80 again. One more warm day, and as we get to Thursday, it starts to cool off with some showers, maybe an afternoon thunderstorm to high 70. Mostly cloudy, cooler still on Friday with a shower or two, high 62, and it's not exactly going to warm up very much this weekend. Right now, sunny at 63 in Central Park. Humidity 42%, the wind is 10. Thank you, Chief. Thank you, Joe. I'm thinking about the Knicks.
Estimated time in traffic, 8 minutes.
Big Apple last night at the Garden was absolutely electric. Again, Mark.
But there was some tense times, guys. They trailed by 9 points early fourth quarter before Jalen Brunson scored 71 of his game-high 43 points. Divided with the other two, Villanova Knicks for 92 on the night. In the final minute, ball again.
during the game. So, I don't know, man. Dude's crazy.
And here's your proof with Mother's Day around the corner. Hunt said one thing that tires him out is his wife arguing with him. Parker Day, 1010 Wins Sports on 92.3 FM.
Yeah, I know how that feels. Hey, there's the Sugar Bowl and the Orange Bowl. Now, college football fans are getting ready for the Dog Bowl?
This goes up drama in the LBC. It's kind of hard to even
Yeah, that's right. Snoop D.O. Double G gonna have his own bowl game this December. You believe this? Taking over sponsorship of the Arizona Bowl from Barstool Sports. The new game's full name is the Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl, presented by Gin and Juice by Dr. Dre and Snoop. It's a long name, no way to cut it down unless they just go Snoop Dogg Bowl. So they might want to keep an eye on what goes into those big Gatorade jugs, I would think. In announcing the game, Snoop said it's only fitting that he brings the J-U-I-C-E back to college football. The J-U-I-C.
Come near the New Jersey Symphony played the epic scores of John Williams. Enjoy the favorites from Harry Potter and 4 different Star Wars movies, alongside music from Apocalypse Now and Castaway. May 30th to June 2nd at 3 New Jersey venues. So get your tickets today at njsymphony.org.
If we don't get any news in this case soon, the chief will have our badges. Any ideas?
The pieces don't add up.
Yeah, we know.
I suspect foul play, and we need answers.
And that's why we're here.
Don't do the crime. I can't do the time.
Are you just quoting cop shows?
Okay, so I'm not a detective. I'm an Optimum tech. When it comes to connectivity, we're experts. If millions of communities rely on us for fiber internet and mobile, you can't do. Optimum. Where local is big time. Visit Optimum.com today.
I'm coming up to the bar. I learned about atrial fibrillation the hard way. My symptoms would come and go. Shortness of breath, fatigue. I kept going. Then I got so lightheaded, I couldn't. My doctor said I have AFib, so I'm about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. Other symptoms, irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain can come and go, but the risk of stroke stays. If you have symptoms, tell a doctor. Visit NoTimeToWait.com.
Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer. Bloomberg Money Watch now. Here's Steve Fotis. The FDIC, Scott, needs a complete overhaul. That's the takeaway of a report done by a law firm tasked with looking at the banking agency's workplace. Sources tell Bloomberg it found credible allegations of a toxic environment for bank examiners. And the report says the agency needs a structural and cultural transformation to restore confidence in it. The results could be released today. Apple investors have been impatient with the iPhone maker and its perceived lack of progress in artificial intelligence. But the Wall Street Journal reports Apple has been working on developing its own chip to run AI tools in data centers. The company is said to be ready to unveil a new strategy for AI next month. Now, today it's set to unveil updated iPad models. On Wall Street, S&P futures are higher, about 4.5 points. NASDAQ goes still in the red by 9. Dow futures are gaining 17 points. Bloomberg Money Watch, 26 and 56 past every hour. Bonus for 1010 Wins and 93 FM.
Injured? Don't be a whiner. Call me, attorney Mark Miner. I'm Mark Miner, and I have over 30 years of experience handling personal injury cases. If you or a loved one has been injured in an accident, don't whine. Call 1-800-LAW-LINE. You can trust that the personal injury law firm of Zalman, Sherman, and Miner will treat you with respect and fight for your rights. Don't whine. Call 1-800-LAW-LINE for a free consultation. Our goal is to transform your pain into payment. If there's no recovery, there's no fee. We handle all types of accident cases and value the opportunity to help you. The sooner you call, the better. If you are injured, call 1-800-LAW-LINE so we can discuss how to transform your pain into payment. Don't be a whiner. Call Zalman, Sherman, and Miner at 1-800-LAW-LINE.
Zalman, Sherman, and Miner. Personal injury attorneys.
on a bridge to 39th Street, absolutely packed. And then we're busy from the Prospect Expressway up into Atlantic Avenue. And as we check what we need to know about the bridges in town, the GW Bridge's upper level has a 75-minute wait, an hour 15. The inbound George lower is 45 minutes. The best approach is from Route 4 with a 25 to 30 minute delay. And on your way in the local lane eastbound on 80 up by 65 in Hackensack, we've got an accident. And we've got one lane traffic and transit from the Boston Forest Hill Traffic Center where shooting breaks
Here is.
the Gaza city of Rafah as the Israeli military warns them to get out and see
Okay.
the side of that crossing into Egypt. Now they're brought to a halt.
Okay.
Israeli military spread an ominous message over eastern Rafah.
Where's my coffee? Alexa, where's my coffee? Alexa, how's the weather? Stay on. Shower.
Israel did not sign off. They insisted they will carry out a planned invasion of
Talking
Rafah.
about
The White
shower.
House, though, has made it clear it's not on board with that and continues to push for diplomacy.
The Biden administration has been very, very active behind the scenes. CIA peaceful burns has come and participated, here in the region, in Doha and Qatar, also in Cairo and visiting Jerusalem as well, to push through and try to coax the sides to come to an agreement.
As correspondent Jordana Miller on the ABC story.
Okay. מה עכשיו אתה מספר את זה? צא מהעניין. העניין צא.
Because we simply cannot let this opportunity for their freedom slip away.
The display is in conjunction with several other groups, including the considered as a place of attack. Student demonstrator Abdullah Akbar. The protest was largely peaceful until students were arrested uptown near the Hunter campus.
Hamas ideology has tried to instill hatred in the young. That's what we're up against.
Smaller school-based ones will be held over this week and
Okay.
next. 63
Okay.
63 degrees, sunny skies, the humidity now only 42%. The wind
Right like a
4
wind.
miles an hour later today. Looking
Running
good, mostly
around
sunny,
like two
because
lost
it's
soul in a
80 degrees.
meatball.
Stormy Daniels on the stand today at the Trump hush money trial. Maybe her lawyer says today she will likely be called as a witness. Well, the former president ended Monday's court session, indicating he's willing to in the case, including those covered under a gag order.
You know what? Our Constitution is much more important than jail. It's not even close. I'll do that sacrifice any day.
Well, the judge issued the threat, saying it's not something he wants to do.
He found Trump in violation again with the $1,000 fine, which, as a reminder, is the maximum financial penalty he can give for this. And the only other option is jail time. He could give Trump up to 30 days in jail, and he has now said that this is very much on the table. He sees that $1,000 fines are not enough of a deterrent. It seems very real that Trump could receive jail time for future gag order violations.
As correspondent Katrina Kaufman, meantime, prosecutors have told the judge that their case is proceeding ahead of schedule, and they estimate being finished calling witnesses 2 weeks from today. There has been a fatal stabbing at a bodega in Rego Park.
Police tape surrounding the building here, and police continue to guard the front of this mini mart. Queens Boulevard and 60th had a knife and stabbing that man in his 20s to death. The customer dying at Elmhurst Hospital. Now, this woman was passing by the area when this was happening at 12:30 this morning and tried to help.
Put my hand on his chest trying to stop the bleeding. I checked his pulse. And then at that point, we called him and I saw them coming, so I started waving my hand to pull in.
The identity of the man who's dead has not yet been released. Now, as for the employee involved here, he's being questioned by police right now. He has been all night.
Park Avenue lang.
Charges as of now. Glenn Stuff, 1010 wins, 92.3 FM, Rego Park.
Governor Hochul walking back saying this at a conference in California yesterday. Young black kids growing up in the Bronx who don't even know what the word the computer is. They don't know. They don't know these things. And I wanted the world open up to all of them, because when you have their diverse voices, innovative solutions to technology, then you're really addressing society's broader challenge. In a statement, the governor is saying, of course, black children know what computers are, but the problem is they too often lack access to the technology needed to get on track to high-paying jobs in emerging industries. A new poll taking our temperature on the possibility of TikTok being banned in the United States.
With federal law now requiring ByteDance to sell TikTok within the next year, an ABC News Ipsos poll finds most Americans would support banning the app if it isn't sold. That is favored 53% to 44%. But users of TikTok as a group overwhelmingly oppose that. Those who rarely or never use the app generally favor a ban if TikTok remains in the hands of its Chinese owners despite the law. Trump supporters are far more likely to support a ban in that case.
Still ahead? Yeah, who wowed the crowd at the Met Gala? We'll talk about that, as well as who was a last-minute no-show. Plus, traffic and weather next on 1010 Wins at 92.3 FM.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos. Fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
Are you a victim of
Delivery.
and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell.
Uber Eats, das Grabhouse.
The original township insulation expert. And I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a township exit information sheet absolutely free.
Where's my dear love shit?
And your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free info kit. 800-285-3636. That's 800-285-3636.
Large coffee, milk, no sugar.
But I have two pieces of news. One bad and one really bad. Which one do you want?
Exactly.
Seriously? Okay, tell me the bad one first. The grand opening is in 5 minutes. And a line of 100 people is already at the door.
Okay, we can handle that. And what's the really bad one?
The really bad news is that the internet keeps going down.
What? Oh, you need reliable internet.
It's a bad dream.
Wake up. I had a nightmare. I couldn't open the cafe. The internet wasn't working.
Don't lose sleep over your business's internet. Get AT&T Internet Air for Business. It's easy set up today. Reliable nationwide internet with simple plans at low prices. So you can set it, forget it, and get back to business. And enjoy a good night's rest. Visit att.com/this internet air today. AT&T Business. Wednesday time 9/11, traffic and transit. Here's Karen Stewart.
We've got lots of heavy traffic, bumper traffic, trying to get from Staten Island to Brooklyn right now. The Staten Island Expressway eastbound, it's Clove Road. That's where you hit the wall, and then it starts getting extremely heavy across the Verrazano Bridge, onto the eastbound belt, up to Gowanus 2 to 39th Street. It's stop and go in most of that trip. Not very pretty right now. 4th and 5th Avenues, Ocean Parkway to the Prospect. We're going to have delays up there by the Prospect, getting into Atlantic Avenue.
Okay.
This long delay we've got on the Gowanus Expressway. Then outbound, they just changed to inbound on the Gowanus. At 42nd Street, we had a crash, too. The right center lanes are blocked. That'll do it. That's why we're back to Staten Island. We should have an answer. Here's what you need to know about the bridges component. The inbound doors, upper level from 89 South Express is an hour 15. For the lower level, it's 40 minutes. Plus,
Ew. Large coffee, milk, no sugar. מה ביקשת? מה ביקשת? מה קורה? מה זה הרעשים האלה? רעשים של מחשב. אתה רובוט. בוקר טוב. בוקר טוב אליהו. למה אומרים בוקר טוב אליהו ולא אומרים בוקר טוב מנואל? מה קורה? אתה ישן? כמה דברים יש לי.
Seema Gem.
בוקר טוב, מנואל.
בוקר טוב, אבנר.
למה אומרים בוקר טוב אליהו ולא אומרים בוקר טוב מנואל, בוקר טוב אבנר? בכל מקרה, איזה קורדי האריאל הזה, אני שולח לו את המספר, אתה יודע, טראקי נאמבר שיבדוק את החבילה של יוסי, הוא אומר, רשמתי בגוגל ולא יצא לי כלום. הקורדים האלה ממש קורדים, אתה יודע. אתה יודע, טראקי נאמבר, אמרתי לו, אתה שם בוובסייט של הדואר, לא בגוגל.
כן,
לא, USPS, אתה יודע, של הדואר הרגיל, של האמריקאים. אתה שם את הטראקי נאמבר, ושם אומרים לך מה קורה עם החבילה. וגם שלחתי לו את האתר, את הלינק לאתר, אבל הוא שם את זה בגוגל, אומר לא יצא לו כלום. אומר החבילה, תחזור לך לניו יורק, כי אין שום... פעם שעברה שעבד לך הטלפון, אני שאלתי אותו מה... תסתכל איפה הטלפון של מנואל, כאילו אצלך בבית או משהו כזה, אז הוא מביא לי את המספר שלך, אומר, הנה המספר טלפון של מנואל. אני אומר לו, לא שואל את המספר שלו, אני שואל, תבדוק איפה הטלפון שלו. אתה הבנת איזה קורדי, אתה זוכר פעם עבד לך הטלפון אצלו? בגלל זה יש הרבה קטעים עם הקורדים האלה. מה איך ברדה התחתנה עם קורדי אחד כזה?
כן, זה היה הבן שלה, ארזה יופי.
ארזה יופי, אני שאלתי אותו איך ארזית, הוא אומר שהוא העביר את הבטן לאבא שלו.
הוא הלך הרבה, כי הילדים מרזים מהר.
אבא שלו גם ארזה, אבל להחזיר את הכל.
כן. הוא בעיה, לא קל להרזות.
אומרים, קשה להרזות, אבל עוד יותר קשה לשמור.
כן. צריך לקחת סריקות כדורים, למנוע את התאבון.
כמו אנשים, נגיד, לא כל כך קל למצוא אותם, אבל קשה לשמור אותם.
אנשים צריך לדעת להבין אותם.
פעם אני בא לאסוף את ג'ורג' ורחל הולכים לשדה תעופה. אז ג'ורג' צ'יק צ'ק, אתה יודע, בא, יושב, מחכה לה, אז אני אומר לו, women take them long time to come, you know, George, you say exactly. תמיד אני אוסף זוג, תמיד הגברים באים ישר, אבל אנשים לוקח להם עוד 10-20 דקות לרדת, כי הם לוקח, it take them long time to come.
גם לגמור, מהמנוע.
Yeah, take them long time to come.
גמרתי להשלים את בניית הארון.
איזה ארון נהדר, משהו מהסרטים.
כן.
רגע, עכשיו עשו לך משלוח בהתקנה, או שאתה התקנת?
לא, מה, היה פה מישהו התקין, יומיים לקח לו להתקין.
מישהו מהקיה?
מאיזה חברה?
כמה על ההתקנה?
500.
מה, אתה לא יכול לעשות follow the instruction, להתקין לבד?
תעשה טעות בארון כזה, הארון שווה $2,500.
מאיפה קנית? מהקיה? קנית מהקיה. אז רגע, 2,500 הארון, עוד 500 התקנה, 3,000.
שווה.
כן.
שווה כל לירה.
ומה אם עשית ישן? זרקת אותו?
הוא פה, הוא רוצה, בוא תיקח.
לא, מה זה ישן? היה סתם מדפים פה, מדפים שם.
כן, בוא, אתה צריך מדפים, אתה.
אני לא צריך כלום, אני כמה שפחות.
הכל על הרצפה.
רגע. אני לא צריך, היה לי פעם מדף, הילדה עלתה עליו, נפל לי על הראש באמצע השינה, על הידיים, חודש היה לי כאבים. נראה נהדר, ממש כמו שיש יקרתי.
זה טוב, שיראה קצת יפה.
גם החלפתי גם ברז.
אמרתי לעצמי, יש בית, יש אוטו, רק הבפנים נראה פסיכי, אבל מסתדר את זה.
אבל האישה אומרת כמו poor people.
מה אתה אומר?
האישה אומרת שהשיש...
כמו poor people?
כן.
זה לוקח מה-30,000 שיש לה.
וביררתי על שיש, בין 1,500 ל-2,000, זה לא...
בינתיים אתה יכול להביא בזול.
יאללה, שלח לי פרטים.
לא רוצה, יש גם כזה דבר, זרקוניה כזה, זה יותר חזק.
אני חשבתי גם אפשרות שנייה של פורמייקה, אתה יודע, יש דגם של פורמייקה, גם אפשרות טובה, לא?
לא, תשים, אם אתה רוצה תשים שיש. זה לא יקר, זה בצ'יינאטאון, בזול מאוד.
רגע, אני הולך לאסוף מישהי.
הבעיה גם להתקין אותו, למה?
לא, אני רק שם למעלה, אתה יודע, לא מוציא כלום, אני שם רק למעלה, אתה יודע. אתה יודע הכוונה, רק מניח, בלי להוציא...
אין דבר כזה.
למה אין דבר כזה? מניח על הישן, מה הבעיה? לוקח מידות, מניח וזהו. שיפוע יהיה היום.
מה הבעיה? מה הבעיה?
טוב, אני אאסף מישהו, נדבר אחר כך. תצייר מהקורבים. How you doing? Yeah, Park Avenue, yeah? Adil, yeah?
Yeah.
Park Avenue. I'll make sure.
Israel ignored international calls to refrain from this offensive.
I am afraid that this is going to cause a long-term casualties, but
There is no safe place for them to go. Meanwhile, the ceasefire negotiations are stalled, with Hamas accepting of the
Yep.
Weather forecasts have been more accurate in greater than 99% of the months since the study was initiated in January 1998. If you want to be correct,
Yep.
weather is your only solution. Go to AccuWeather.com or
Okay.
Store or Google Play today.
Well, AccuWeather forecasting a fabulous day today. 63 degrees right now, sunny sky. Right, you guys,
you know, it's kind of like, if Michael Jordan didn't play all those years, and maybe how...
Both into Gaza and allowed to move around inside Gaza.
Israel launched dozens of airstrikes on Rafah yesterday and is now in the middle of a ground attack. There wouldn't be a university-wide graduation ceremony at Columbia. There will not be. Protests
In other countries around the world who spent thousands of dollars on plane tickets, so definitely an incredible...
After a deadly stabbing at a bodega midnight with a customer stabbed in his chest. Reports say there may have been a dispute over a beer. And Governor Hochul says she regrets her comments yesterday at a forum in California. Did you hear this?
Yeah, something about black kids don't know how to use computers or something like that.
We got it. She was explaining how she wants to create a diverse workforce, and then she said this.
Young black kids growing up in the Bronx who don't even know what the word computer is. They don't know. They don't know these things.
What a bug-eyed nitwit. Oh, boy. Good. What an idiot that woman is.
Democratic Assemblywoman Cornez Reyes blasted Hochul, saying she is deeply disturbed by the comments and says the governor needs to do better. Another Democratic Assemblyman, John Zaccaro, called Hochul's portrayal disheartening.
Well, I guess you can excuse her on the low IQ factor there. Not a very bright woman, I gotta say. Okay. Well, Governor Hochul.
That comment will come back to haunt her during a campaign. S&P is up 8 and NASDAQ is down 3, so it's basically flat.
Yeah. All right, thank you, Larry Menton. When we get back, we'll be joined by New York Post entertainment critic Johnny Oleksinski. I'm guessing he's going to take a shot or two at the Met Gala last night. Just a guess. Johnny O is next. I would like to share a serious message. It's about a problem that costs New Yorkers $920 a year. The problem is insurance fraud, and it's just like a tax. Here's an example. Claiming damage that you already paid for an earlier claim. That's insurance fraud. Don't commit it, and if you see it happening, report it. Fraud is the crime you pay for. Visit fraudny.com for more information.
I'm Cindy Waitman with your WLR traffic. If you're traveling south on the Garden State Parkway by exit 168, an accident in Washington Township has been cleared away. Another accident down by exit 131 has the right lane blocked up. 440 south by the Turnpike in Edison, an accident was cleared away. There are delays on 80 east by exit 65 in South Hackensack, and also if you're traveling on 287 south by exit 14 in Bridgewater, another crash. A 40-minute ride in at the GWC from the right lane, 55 at the Lincoln, 45 at the Howard, and this report is sponsored by Discover. As humans, we like having options. One option you might like is speaking with a real person when you call about your credit card. With 24/7 live U.S.-based customer service from Discover, everyone can talk to a real person anytime, day or night. Limitations apply. See terms at discover.com/credit card. Our next traffic update is coming up in 15 minutes. Now let's take a look at the WLR Weather Channel forecast.
Not a bad run here as we move through our Tuesday. Sunshine will be dominating after any cloud or fog and drizzle mist clear out over the next couple of hours. Most of us start to clear. Sunshine later, 80. Tonight near 60, 50 suburbs. After midnight, a few showers. Wednesday for the first half of the day, a few scattered showers, maybe a thunderstorm, then some sunshine in the afternoon, high 80. Right now, 63 WOR. Meteorologist Ray Staging.
Jesse Kelly. You can become a political expert because of the wealth of information available in the palm of your hand. Podcasts, radio, and we have all these good people who don't have a stat.
Jesse Kelly, outspoken, outrageous, out to end the madness. Weeknights at 6, 710 WOR.
710 WOR, covering New York, then and now.
1969, Monticello reaction, 3 days of Woodstock.
I've never met so many kids in such large numbers that were so polite, so patient, so courteous.
The attitude of the town has changed towards these young men and women.
They took a lot of aggravation and inconvenience that the average adult wouldn't have.
The voice of New York for over 100 years. 710 WOR.
Thinking of selling your home? Don't just sell out. Max out. Sell your home once and get paid twice. Here's how it works. Max Out Homes buys distressed homes at their current market value, offering an immediate payment. No delays, no hassle. Your home's value and pay you a piece of the profit. For more information, call 800-800-5032. That's 800-800-5032. Whether we rehab and resell, expand, or even rent, we handle it all. And you'll get a percentage of the profit. We buy homes in poor condition, foreclosure, inherited homes. And call us now, 800-800-5032. Remember, sell once, get paid twice.
Love is love.
Call 800-800-5032.
That's
800-800-5032. Or visit maxouthomes.com. If you're a wholesaler, investor, realtor, or lawyer, we want to work with you. Call 800-800-5032. For some very trusted conditions apply. Wake up late this morning?
Wake up, wake up.
What you missed from Len and Michael. Go to 710WOR.com/Len and Michael and download the daily Len and Michael in the Morning podcast.
Wake up, wake up.
WOR.com/Len and Michael.
Balance of Nature supplements, changing the world one life at a time.
You have to feel good. When you feel good, you look good. When you look good, things happen. My name's Gary. I exercise almost every day. I'm more
Wake up, wake up.
The average 71-year-old man. I started taking
My
down.
dear love Sally
I
Scott.
feel the benefits from it. It's been a little bit of a revolutionary product. I stand behind the product. I stand behind what I say. Balance of Nature. It's a great product for me.
What do you got from
Start your journey with
AliExpress?
Balance of Nature supplements.
Cosmetic stuff. What do you got from AliExpress? You got
751.
cosmetic,
Or go to
Sally Scott.
balanceofnature.com and sign up as a new preferred customer. And for a limited time, get 35% off your first order, plus $10 off any additional set with free shipping and our money-back guarantee. Go to balanceofnature.com or call 1-800-246-8751 and get this special offer by using discount code WOR.
Sean Kennedy here. Now, if a family member or friend asked you for financial advice or where to go for tax help, what would you? That's why for years you've heard me say if you do owe back taxes,
Brick oven
you didn't
pizza.
file
No more
returns in
brick
years
oven
gone by,
pizza.
or if you are a business owner and you're behind on your
No
payroll
more brick
taxes,
oven
you need to
pizza.
call my
New
friends at Rush Tax Resolution today. Now, hiring the wrong companies can make your situation a lot worse and put you, your
Newark.
family, and or your
Newark
company in
Airport
jeopardy.
gonna be
There are a lot of
next.
imposters out there, but Rush Tax Resolution, they are the only tax relief firm
Newark
I trust and
Airport
recommend.
gonna
They
be
are
next.
rated by the Better Business Bureau. They have protected so many of my listeners from tax disasters and saved them a ton of money. Call Rush Tax now for a free IRS transcript investigation, and they'll tell you upfront and for free if they can help you. They will only take your case if they know they can help you, period. 855-IRS-PAUL, 855-IRS-PAUL, RushTaxResolution.com.
Martin Coach, inventor of Navage Nasal Care, and I love Navage.
Please stay clear the closing door. Newark next. Please stay clear the closing door.
About Navage. Like Haley, quote, Navage is the best thing I bought. I love it. My nose feels so clear now and I can breathe. I've been struggling with a stuffy nose for weeks. I bought Navage and it's amazing. For this one, I use Navage every night. Could not imagine life without it. I have 5 cats, and before I found Navage, I was a clogged mess. Now I breathe so much better. Unquote. Those are 2 of over 100,000 online reviews praising Navage. The all-natural solution trusted by over 3 million people to help you breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier without drugs. Navage is available at Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, Target, Rite Aid, and on and on. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
Free iHeartRadio app has over 100 commercial-free stations waiting for you right now. Like Deep Cut, a commercial-free station featuring 8,000 tracks from iconic artists. Just search Deep Cut to listen now on your free iHeartRadio app. Free never sounded so good. You're listening to Len Burns
Yep.
on 710 WOR.
So, Len, I'm scrolling through Times Square yesterday.
Mama,
gigantic hot dog. Sure. And I thought it must be an advertisement for Oscar Mayer Wiener. And then I went up and I read the little sign, and it turned out it's a work of art. That has something to do with the patrimony of hot dogs.
And Johnny Oleksinsky, the noted New York Post art critic, he wrote a piece in the paper assessing the patrimony of hot dogs. And Johnny joins us now. And so, Johnny, can you explain the subtext, what's hidden under the mustard of that hot dog?
Unfortunately, I can.
Okay.
But describe this hot dog.
This is a 60-foot, 5-foot long Frankfurt, and it's in Times Square. So oddly, it doesn't stick out because hey, there's a giant M&M in Times Square. There's a giant Olive Garden in Times Square. So now there's a very, very big hot dog. And I thought I needed something to write on for a Sunday column, and I thought, okay, I'll write about the giant hot dog, and that'll be a lot of fun. And then I went to the website of the giant hot dog. This is not just a fun giant hot dog for us to take pictures with. No,
Yo, Lorenz, I'm in the
patriarchy of meat eating. It is a searing, scorching critique of American excess and capitalism, and the macho-ness of our culture.
But the hot dog's a penis? Is that why it's macho? Is it shaped like a penis?
Well, so you'll recall at the Post, we sort of work in euphemisms, Michael. We don't just say it. But what I'll tell you, though, it also moves. So,
yeah, let's go Newark. Newark Airport. Terminal A.
Yes, Delta.
Delta. Let's go. Better Newark than JFK. Newark is much easier. JFK take forever. A lot of construction. They said 10, 15 about you be there. You good with timing?
Yes.
Very nice.
Yeah, I was trying to beat the traffic, so I decided to fly out of Jersey.
Yeah, you know, that's good.
Flew into Jersey.
Once we get the tunnel, then we'll be fine.
Okay. It's my first time flying into Jersey and out of Jersey.
Oh. Going to Florida?
Going to Atlanta.
Atlanta. Big airport.
You know, our reporter in Atlanta, Victoria, I think she went to go visit the great hot dog the other day.
So we met Morty.
Hey, Johnny, how about that Met Gala last night? I loved every moment.
Not really. As I was watching it, and remember, I have to watch these things for work. There is no fun, except so you search for the fun. You go, how am I going to have fun with this? And as I was watching it, I just thought, the escapism of this is gone. What's the point of it? Yes, there are beautiful people in okay dresses with flowers on them. That's the thing. The theme was the Garden of Time, which is a short story about the aristocracy pushing away the plebeians of the lower class, which is, exactly. Which is a little on the nose and funny. But most people just put flowers on it. But they did it in such a lame way. It's like it was St. Patrick's Day when and you didn't have any green on, so you put on a green drapery. Somebody had bugs on their costume. Who was that? She and her husband had bugs on. Oh, they didn't dry clean it? I don't know. It could be infested. You know what I find it, and I'm a
Speed trap reported ahead.
But these Met Gala things make me want to become a Marxist and a communist. Really, I mean, it's just excessive displays of wealth. It's a let-them-eat cake mentality that I find really rubs me the wrong way.
It is, and not that I'm with the student protesters that were outside.
I was last night. It was kind of. I thought, well, you can protest this. Yeah, that's right. and do you have a banner I can carry? 100% down with the rich jerks. That's what I would have been 100% last night.
And it's particularly glaring in this sort of year when the theme and the attitude was so humorous. It wasn't even fun. It's fun to watch celebrities have fun or kind of make light of themselves, wear silly costumes. But this was just, a rich person in a beautiful gown. Should we applaud you?
Yeah, wasn't it some book it was based on, The Garden of something or other?
Yeah, and which is about two rich people in the count and countess of all things in a castle who are being attacked by the rabble outside. And we're supposed to side with the count and countess in this. We're supposed to side with Kim Kardashian. Not me. No way. Hey, how about the new Broadway show featuring Patti LuPone with Mia Farrow? Now, what is this all about? Well, this is fun to me, well, for a bunch of reasons. First of all, Mia Farrow back on Broadway for the first time in 14 years. And the last show she did was the A.R. Gurney play Love Letters, which is just reading an epistolary novel, basically. And also, Patti LuPone sort of famously retired from theater 2 years ago. She very publicly gave up her actor's equity card because she thought the union does nothing for actors, which in normal circumstances for normal people means you can't be on Broadway because you have to be in the union. Not the Patti. They just re-owned their card. I don't know. I think they're just going to pay them off and maybe some people. But they're doing this play in the fall. It's going to be at the Booth Theater. The brave soul who tickets pay. Well, it would be out there. You might be impaled by that ticket sign. You might be. You take that ticket sign, smash your little head over here. Hey, Johnny, before you run, we got the Tony Awards coming up. Hell's Kitchen, the Alicia Keys musical. You think that's got a good shot at nabbing the top prize? Well, now technically it does have 13 nominations for most famous in Hell, and you know and I know that the road voters, 100 or so people outside of New York who want a great flashy musical to come to their market, they're going to like Hell's Kitchen. They all have fun Alicia Keys song, the dance is great, but I am hearing also as well in Manhattan for the Outsiders. A lot of people want that. But there's no judging. It's not like there's a Book of Mormon or a Dear Evan Hansen going forward. Yeah, right. Yeah, I'm on the outside. I'm going to burn this for you. Isn't that a lot of teenage moms with no shirts? What? 8.5. Yeah. That's it. Put it in there. 8.5. That would not be bad. Not be bad. All right, Johnny Olexinski, what's the next art show exhibit you're going to? Gosh, I don't know. Is there a giant Krispy Kreme donut I can review? I thought you'd have two giant Krispy Kreme donuts and put one on either side of the giant hot melt. What? Len, where are you going with that? Nowhere. I know. I'm going home. Johnny Olexinski for the New York Post. Thanks, Johnny. Take it easy. Up next, the Pulitzer Prizes are out. Now, let's see if Len has read any of the Pulitzer Prize-winning books. Yeah. It's our morning show recap. Hey, I'm very excited to tell you about a great trip that I'm going to be taking in November, and you can come along with me. We're going to go to two beautiful, iconic European cities, London and the City of Lights, Paris. 3 nights in London at the Marriott Kensington Hotel. Then we're going to explore the West End, a place I've been going for a long time. I know all the nooks and crannies and great little pubs and places to hang out there in the West End in London, and then we're going to travel in style on the train to Paris, where we will be staying at the Pullman Eiffel Tower Hotel on the beautiful Seine River, and we're going to do some walks. It's a lot of free time that you can come walking with me. I know some way out of the way, cute, adorable little Parisian neighborhood. And we're going to take a tour of the city on the tuk-tuk, and we're going to sip some champagne. Now, you can find out all about the trip at our friends Cruise and Tour. Call 800-383-3131. That's 800-383-3131. Or you can visit michaeltrips.com. That's michaeltrips.com. We're going to have a blast, absolute blast, London and Paris in November. And I'm going to show you my favorite neighborhoods, both great.
I'm Cindy Waitman with your WOR traffic. On the Gowanus eastbound over by 38th Street, an accident was cleared away. We've got accidents in New Jersey, 78 Express Lanes eastbound by exit 57 and westbound by exit 58 in North, 287 South, exit 14 in Bridgewater, also with a crash. And watch out for delays of up to 45 minutes in at the CWB. An accident on the lower level has the right lane closed. And 55 in at the Lincoln, about 30 from the Holland. This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. At Progressive, they're making things even easier. They'll help you bundle your home and car insurance together so you can save money on both. Learn more at Progressive.com or call 1-800-PROGRESSIVE. Again, that's Progressive.com or call 1-800-PROGRESSIVE. Our next traffic update is coming up in 15 minutes. Now let's take a look at the WOR Weather Channel forecast.
Any clouds or drizzle mist around start to clear out now. We'll go through the day with more and more in the way of clear skies, sunshine this afternoon. It'll be close to 80 degrees. Tonight here's 60s change coming. Showers after midnight. Expect some wet weather while these coming around tomorrow morning. Scattered showers and thunderstorms Through about lunchtime, then some sunshine later with a high of 80. Right now, 63. How about you go on? I mean, you're out this race ticket. Now here's Larry. We'll look at today's top story.
Good morning, Ray. Columbia University cancels its university-wide graduation. Donald Trump has been held in contempt again, and Hamas agrees to a potential ceasefire. Details coming up on 710 WOR.
You're arrested as a foreign student, violating the law in America. You should get sent back to your country. 55% of Columbia University students were foreign. That's outrageous. Travis and Buck Sexton on 710 WOR.
I've seen people's lives and their families' lives turned completely upside down by devastating accidents. And that's why I started my law firm. I'm Eric Chaffin, co-founder of Chaffin Ohana Law. Our firm makes sure that you recover everything you're entitled to, including, for example, your lost wages, your medical expenses, as well as your pain and suffering. Our team has the experience and expertise in personal injury cases to get you the best legal recovery while you focus on your health and healing. If you've been injured, call us and let us do good and right for you.
Go to ChaffinLuhana.com or call 800-476-8359 if you've been hurt because of someone else's negligence. Chaffin Luhana will help you get the meaningful compensation you deserve. Call 800-476-8359 now. Our attorneys have recovered over $1 billion for victims like you. Don't settle for less than you deserve. Go to ChaffinLuhana.com or call us for your free case review. Call 800-476-8359. That's 800-476-8359. 800-476-8359.
Volume takes my website. From the Wall Street Sweeper Money Desk, we're with Russ Hackman, president of Hackman Wealth Partners. Russ, on your show on this station, you talk about safe money and retirement. What is safe money and why is it important?
Safe money is that money that cannot go backwards. Last year we had essentially a Category 2 storm with most markets down 20% or so. When the market does go down 50%, which history shows happens at least every 20 years, you want a certain amount of your money that definitely cannot go backwards.
Next 5, a comprehensive review with Hackman Wealth Partners. No cost, no obligation. 845-448-9455. 845-448-9455. 845-448-9455. The Wall Street Sweeper with Russ Hackman, Sunday mornings at 9 on 710 WOR.
Hi, I'm Michael J. Allen, proud member of the A-Team at Albert Bravo's When it comes to legal matters, we're no average law firm. From high-profile corporate cases to personal struggles. Whether in the courtroom or in mediation, at Albert Bravo's, we're dedicated to one thing: results. Call Albert Bravo's anytime, day or night. Just dial pound 250 from your cell phone and use keyword A-Team or visit albertlegal.com today. Albert Bravo's. Let's win this together.
always non-disclosure. So, it's a perfectly normal thing. So for 3 weeks, they've been testimony to show that he did this. And again, a normal judge after 3 weeks says there's nothing here that's criminal. Case over. So they keep claiming there was some problem with the way he reported the case. That in his own records, he called it a legal expense. There's two problems with it. One, all that stuff that they're talking about occurred in 2017, after the election was over. That's when the
Delta?
of sleazeballs collecting $100 billion worth of shameless commitments. So Biden brought us
Okay, okay, thank you for choosing us. You have a good day. Take care. Something in the back?
Yes.
Okay.
Total chaos.
Yep. Come on. Let me get a ride back to Times Square. Thank you, guys. Ride back to Times Square was very nice. Very nice now. Ride back to Times Square. Very nice. Recommended. 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 Trick or treat. Halloween. Do you have a... Let me tell you something, brother.
Screwed up the Upper East Side of Manhattan. They met on the Union from June 3rd and 5th. They skipped over it like a total mental patient. And you don't... a lot of them are just, anti-Semites who hate Israel, obviously, but there's a lot of other people in this protest who are just angry nutjobs who want to protest. And all of this funded by Soros and his buddies. By the way,
use the right lane to stay to the right to Terminal A.
Terminal A arrival, baby. Yep. Terminal A arrival, baby. Yep.
In 900 feet,
Right,
use
like
the left 2 lanes to stay to the left to Terminal A.
Terminal A arrival, baby. Let's grab it. Grab it by the pussy.
Stay to the left to Terminal A.
Terminal A. Let's grab it by the pussy. Grab it by the pila.
When there's a crisis in America,
Thank you, God,
civil
for
rights
your
and
accommodation. Thank you for your
In a
accommodation.
quarter of a mile, stay to the right to Carson Road.
You're supposed to
Thank
go
you
on
for your
national
cooperation.
television at 8 o'clock at night and address the nation. It's on all the networks. It's everywhere. And you make a major speech from the Oval Office, half hour, dead serious speech. He's not up at 8 o'clock at night. He can't talk for a half hour. Just can't do it. So what he does, daytime, it's not a formal address from the East Room or the Oval Office. He comes into that little press room and he looks, that's where like they make this little stupid announcement. He comes to that little press room for 60 seconds.
Right.
And that's it.
Howard.
No questions. So he treats
This is Howard Stern.
like he's just announcing it's
Seriously?
National Cheeseburger Day or something. He treats it
Howard,
like it's
how
nothing.
you doing now?
It's just to get on the record having said something.
You're in the
Can't just
building.
have the anti-Semitism. He always has to bring up something to appease the other side. So he always goes on about anti-Islamic. Nobody's seen any anti-Islamic anything anywhere in America at all. Nobody's seen that. There's no sign for that. So he's going to make a mess of things today. Israel has their tanks have rolled into Rafah, which they have to do. You've got a horrible terrorist organization. You got Hamas. These are the Nazis of today. These are the Al-Qaeda, the ISIS of today. You got to go into Rafah, wipe out the last battalions of the terrorist organization. Got to be done. Biden pushing them not to do it. That tells you where his head is. Anyway, we'll talk more about this in a few minutes. We'll take some calls next. 800-321-0710 is the number. Check out the webpage. This is pretty interesting. How do billionaires work out? Do they go to a gym? Do they go to Soul Cycle? No, watch this. This is how a billionaire works out. Take a look at this. Also, here's a good reboot. Here's a reboot of Sanford and Son, starring Donald Trump. Take a look at it. It's all up on the webpage. Go to 710WOR.com/Mark. 710WOR.com.
Howard.
Streamline
watch, you'll be seeing a lot of things called streamlining. You know what happens when you streamline things? Quality goes down. They cut costs. I can't take it anymore. Jesse Kelly, weeknight at 6 on 710 WOR. Looking to navigate your financial future with confidence? Reach out to the Jelinski Advisory Group today at 888-988-JOSH. That's 888-988-5674 for a complimentary, no-obligation financial review. They take the time to review your specific needs to help you plan for the unexpected, protect the ones you love, or plan for your kids' college education. Whether you're a business owner or individual, their comprehensive approach is focused on developing a strategy while working with your CPA and attorney to personalize a strategy for you. If you're looking for a second opinion, give them a call for your no-obligation review. Call 888-988-5674 today. That's 888-988-JOSH. Want more financial wisdom on the go? Check out the Financial Quarterback Podcast, available on all major podcast platforms. Let Jelinski Advisory Group help guide you. All investments involve a degree of risk. Insurance services offered through Jelinski Advisory Group, Inc. Advisory services offered through Wealth Quarterback LLC, SEC registered investment advisory firm.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Now, you've heard of a summer body, right? What about a summer smile? The renowned doctors at Smart Arches Dental Implant Centers are ready to get you back on top of your game, not to mention the summer foods that you'll enjoy again, like corn on the cob and steak. If you're currently missing teeth, this one-day procedure
Yeah, one big happy family. This, let's see how. Okay, big. Going to Hilton, 6 and 54 here. Sure. Let's go.
you smile back.
In a quarter of a mile, stay to the left to terminals B and C, airport exit. Use the left 2 lanes to stay to the left to terminals B and C, airport exit. In 3/4 of a mile, stay to the left to I-78, Garden State Parkway, I-95, New Jersey Turnpike toward New York via Turnpike.
You want more cold?
Yes, please.
Turnpike toward Holland Tunnel, New York City. Save 2 minutes via West 42nd Street, 8th Avenue, West 50th Street, Manhattan, and avoid traffic building up on your route.
tell on the left side, I don't know. So I can just pull here because there's too much car. Okay, thank you for choosing us. Have a good day. Walking across the road. Take care. Be safe. Take your step. Don't forget. Have a good day.
Democratic Party. It's the will help Latinos develop.
But the polls we're seeing are like 50-50 among Latino voters in America for Trump. How much of it do you even believe?
Some of it, but when you think that we are 50-50, we're usually 8-9%.
With Iran's largest proxy in the region, Hezbollah.
Sean, you back that up?
Yeah, look, my understanding is the Rafah incursion has already begun. We saw a lot of action there last night. What is very, very disappointing to me, and I'm disappointed with Joe Biden on a lot of issues, is, frankly, I would argue he surrendered in the war on terror. What happened on October the 7th, nearly 1,200 Israelis were slaughtered. It was the worst terror attack in their history. Big pressure from the radicals that now run his party that we see all over these college campuses, and that he's concerned about losing their votes, and his political ambition is more important than the moral clarity of standing against radical Islamic terrorism, especially after I don't know if you saw the 49-minute tape. I have, where the atrocities. You see what they did. They were burning people alive. They were raping people, and it's on video. They were beheading people, including small babies. Rape, murder, torture, kidnapping, men, women, children, babies. And, the fact that the United States is not standing tall with Israel in solidarity, letting them win their war on terrorism is unconscionable to me. Israel did stand with us after 9/11. We lost 2,977 Americans that day, and they never abandoned America, nor did they lecture America about showing restraint in how we're going to fight our war on terror. And if America's not going to stand against radical terrorists, what do we stand for? If America is going to abdicate its role as the leader of the free, by the way, they're not asking for boots on the ground, nor should we be offering boots on the ground. If anything, they only want to pay for the weapons, the replenishment of weapons that they're asking for.
Are they surprised?
That's all they're asking for.
Trey, are they surprised?
Vote of confidence would be Chuck Schumer's out there calling for elections. Nancy Pelosi saying never give them any military aid at all. This Democratic Party has lost its center, its conscience, and its soul. And I'm sorry, I blame it's been taken over by the radicals in that party. Joe Lieberman recently passed away. He was a dear friend of mine. And honestly, this is not the party that he was once a part of. He was a genuine moderate Democrat. That is an extinct species in Washington now. This is a radicalized leftist Marxist movement. And that's what is at stake in 181 days. And I'm not that worried about Texas. However, the people of Texas, you mentioned KLIF, they've got to be aware that hundreds of millions of dollars is being poured into that state by Democrats to turn it blue. And they're targeting Ted Cruz like they did 6 years ago when he was up against Beto O'Rourke, Bozo.
So a couple of things. Senator Fetterman seems to be the old school Democrat. Who would have thought? But Trey, when Sean was saying, how is it playing in Israel? Are they stunned by what they're seeing?
The Israelis are certainly surprised, and based on the sources that I'm talking to in the Defense Department there, and also intelligence sources that are dealing with Israel and the movement of weapons, and specifically air defense as it relates to recent events, they point to the attack by Iran. Just last month, we were there on the ground in Israel watching as hundreds of ballistic missiles and drones were launched toward Israel from Iranian territory. And Israel was under fire from so many different directions, they had to use their most advanced weapon systems. We talk often about the Iron Dome. That is their lowest tier system, but they had to implement David Sling and the advanced Arrow system to go to the edge of the atmosphere and shoot down these ballistic missiles. And then the real question is what comes next? And anyone who's been following the developments out of the region and the actions by Israel's largest enemy, the Iranians in Tehran, they point to Iran's nuclear program a program that is rapidly expanding. The Iranians are getting closer and closer to weapons-grade uranium, and they are placing Israel in a position where they will have to prepare a defense against a nuclear weapon. And we're very close to that. The breakout period is anywhere between 1 to 2 weeks at this point, and they've proven just last month they have the missile capability to get a warhead to Israel if they desire.
And that changes everything, Sean, right?
Listen, this is now a critical moment for the world, and the world better be really paying attention here. One of the accomplishments of Donald Trump that nobody really seems to talk about is he was able to cobble together a coalition that I frankly, prior to Trump, never thought we would see in our lifetime, and it was a coalition of the U.S. and Israel and Jordan and the Saudis and the Emirates and Egypt, all standing together, sharing intelligence and relationship, to isolate and stand against Iranian hegemony in the region. Trey mentioned, their breakout time. The IAEA is saying weeks at this particular point. Now, one thing that I found very, very revealing, for the first time ever, instead of using their proxies, Hezbollah in Lebanon or Hamas in Gaza or the Houthi rebels out of Yemen, Iran decided to fire their missiles directly into Israel. And what was really interesting is what 99% didn't make it there, that they were able to take them all down with some assistance, which, by the way, was minimal as far as I'm concerned, but important. But I think the bigger part of the story is when Israel did, in spite of pressure from the administration not to retaliate and, quote, take the win, as Joe Biden was telling Prime Minister Netanyahu, when they decided to retaliate against the Iranians, what really was very interesting to me is how deeply Israel was able to penetrate into Iranian territory and even, targeting right next to one of those sites. The military challenge going against the Iranians is the large landmass that represents the country of Iran, and the fact that they have buried these nuclear facilities deep underground. In my mind, I think any effort to take out those sites we'd probably need an American president that would be willing to kind of pave the way, use big bunker buster bombs, so those facilities can be prepared to be taken out. I think it's going to be a big military operation, but I think Israel showed that their airspace is beyond penetrable, and that would be a good thing. It's a moment of opportunity for the world if they want to do the right thing and prevent what would be a disaster. In my opinion, if the Iranian mullahs get nuclear weapons, they'll use them. Sean, that's what converter value means to them.
Yeah, I hear you. Sean, thanks so much, man. Honor being on in KLAF with you, across the country. And I'll watch tonight at 9. Trey, will you watch?
Absolutely, and Sean makes a great point. When you talk about the Israeli response, they were looking to send a message to the Iranians. They have the ability to strike their nuclear facilities if they decide to do so. And I'll just leave you with what one source in Israel told me following the Iranian attack against Israel. That source said to me in Tel Aviv, across the table, remember when the Iranians were threatening the Americans and the Israelis in 2020? The administration then took out their top general, Qasem Soleimani, outside of Baghdad's international airport. This administration told them, don't. There's a clear difference in the way that these governments and are approaching foreign policy.
Yeah.
Well, I'm worried we're not going to have another president until January 20th, and that's assuming that Donald Trump wins in 181 days.
Trouble for a lot of allies in the Middle East, especially. Sean Hannity, thanks so much. Have a great show tonight. All right, I assume he said yes. Trey, great to see you. Fantastic. Glad you're safe. A couple more minutes when we come back with Trey Yanks. Don't move.
On Talk Radio 77 WABC.
Market, listen up. My good buddy Charles Payne from Fox Business believes the way many Americans invest today is broken. He's got good reason for that thinking. The past 2 years, it's been reported that the
return for a standard retirement portfolio was a negative 1.7%. At the same time, some who invested the smart way in individual stocks were offered huge returns. Many people Charles hears from tell him they want to learn how to invest in individual stocks, but think it's too complicated. That's why he wrote the brand new book, Unbreakable Investor. There are key strategies for success that Charles himself uses for individual stock picks, and today it's free to my listeners. If you text my name, Brian, to 505-505, Unbreakable Investor can show you how to bend with the market instead of breaking and how to predict.
In Auschwitz. This is the proof that anti-Zionism is anti-Semitism.
Yeah, but it is peaceful process.
No, don't come here and do it on Yom HaShoah. Do it other side. This only to create hate and incitement. Mostly now when we have hostages in Gaza, they are doing our face. Because we are Jews. Because we are Jews. It's not about Israel, it's about the Jewish people.
הרכב לא נפתח לכם, אה? לא נפתח, מה עושים? האמת, גם אני לא ידעתי את זה. שימו לב. עם כרטיס קופת חולים, אני חוזר, עם כרטיס של קופת חולים. הייתי בהלם, שימו לב. עוד הפעם. לא נפתח. כרטיס קופת חולים. לא נגעתי בכלום. לא נגעתי. על זה נאמר. תודה. הרכב לא נפתח לכם, אה? לא נפתח, מה עושים? האמת, גם אני לא ידעתי את זה. שימו לב. עם כרטיס קופת חולים. אני חוזר, עם כרטיס של קופת חולים. הייתי בהלם. שימו לב. עוד הפעם. לא נפתח. כרטיס קופת חולים. לא נגעתי בכלום. לא נגעתי. על זה נאמר. תודה. הרכב לא נפתח לכם, אה? לא נפתח, מה עושים? האמת, גם אני לא ידעתי את זה. שימו לב. עם כרטיס קופת חולים. אני חוזר, עם כרטיס של קופת חולים. הייתי בהלם. שימו לב. עוד הפעם. לא נפתח. כרטיס קופת חולים. לא נגעתי בכלום. לא נגעתי. על זה נאמר. תודה.
I will be retiring from Amazon soon, but I am used to a busy job, so I created a free WhatsApp community with a top team of analysts to provide professional stock tech.
are militants, Hamas, Islamic Jihad, some of the smaller organizations, but there are certainly tens of thousands of civilians, women and children, who have died amid this war. What's important, though, we can talk about that. We also need to talk about what's happening here in the United States, the hatred on college campuses. We need to talk about the threats that face Israel from a variety of proxies that are all backed by Iran. That's part of our role as journalists on the ground, to talk about it all and let people understand that this is a conflict that is decades old. It's incredibly complex, and there are many people involved.
And those people with masks on the streets, I don't think get close to understanding the complexity of it. It's just not an easy issue. Take some time, study it before you come out with it. Trey Yanks, thanks so much.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
Let's see, if something costs less, but people are happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that is MediShare. Maybe you've heard switching to MediShare to pay for health care can save many families up to $500 a month, and that is huge. But it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch, too. The member satisfaction rate for MediShare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. Double. MediShare works, too. It's been around for 30 years. Members have shared more than $5 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. So, yeah, really, you can save a ton, like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now. You'll get a price within 2 minutes. So see what you can save. This is a very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. Call 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
WABC New York and 107.1 WLIR-FM Hampton Bays.
74 degrees, clear skies on this Tuesday, May 7th. Good afternoon, I'm James Flippin. Stormy Daniels, the woman who was allegedly paid to remain quiet about an alleged affair with former President Trump, is talking all about that alleged affair today in open court as part of the trial in which Manhattan prosecutors claim Trump falsified business records. Daniels today testifying about the night she and Trump allegedly spent together years ago. After Columbia University canceled its main graduation ceremony this week, 13 federal judges have blacklisted the Ivy League school's graduates, saying Columbia University is an incubator of bigotry. As for weeks, the anti-Israel pro-Palestine encampment persisted on the school's Morningside Heights campus. Rapper Drake has been involved in a public beef or dispute with LA rapper Kendrick Lamar. Drake is from Toronto, and this doesn't appear to be connected to that, but cops in that Canadian city are now investigating a shooting that happened outside of the hip-hop star's home. Word is that one of Drake's security guards suffered non-life-threatening injuries. At least one person is dead as tornadoes and severe weather continue to threaten Oklahoma. At least 4 twisters touched down in Oklahoma late last night. Stocks are up on Wall Street. The Dow up 57 points. And from the Ramsey Mazda Weather Center today, sunny with a high near 78. Overnight, a chance of rain, the low near 59. The news never stops at WABCRadio.com. We've got 74 degrees and clear skies. I'm James Flippin. 77 WABC, D'Agostino and Associates. The injury for time is 12:01. I'm John D'Agostino from D'Agostino and Associates, the injury firm. 24 Law 24. Call me for a free consultation. D'Agostino.
Radio 77 WABC.
So, coming up next, the Rip and Read with Curtis and Nancy Sliwa. So, Curtis, I'm sure you saw this, but I want to bring it to your attention. Assemblyman Ron Kim of Flushing, he is alleging that the Democratic Party is using some shady tactics in determining who will be the candidate in that race on the Democratic side. Maybe some questionable electioneering.
James Flippin, before we get to that, it's very poignant of you, very accurate of you to have seen that. Last Friday, all day long Saturday, all day long Sunday, because you know it's WABC always broadcasting Curtis. Even yesterday, Monday, I was playing this cut.
Can't do it next week, I'm going to see the Pope.
I want to hear that again, Diego.
Can't do it next week, I'm going to see the Pope.
One more time.
Can't do it next week, I'm going to see the Pope.
Make it a 4th.
Can't do it next week, I'm going to see the Pope.
Let's do the Quinella.
Can't do it next week, I'm going to see the Pope.
5 days we played that cut. And I served it up to your news director, Noam Layden, and yourself. And you gave it no play. And Nancy, all of a sudden, the whole world, all the media yesterday,
Gonna give it lunch.
going to Rome to see the Pope for 5 days. How did they learn about that, Nancy?
Well, that would have been us having broke the story last week.
That's right, and it was you who found that audio cut.
Can't do it next week. I'm going to see the Pope.
From his town hall meeting in Huguenot in Staten Island. We played it all day Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
Gonna